Yeah, we back. Yeah, we back. Now, today's video is going to be a follow-up video to one I dropped yesterday entitled Tariq Nasheed Destroyed by the Son of Legendary Isaac Hayes. Now, in that video, I was pretty much reacting to a confrontation, a verbal confrontation between Tariq Nasheed and the son of the legendary black man Isaac Hayes. But we're not going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about a comment that I got in my comment section by some unknown individual who is, I guess, trying to, I don't know, play some type of divide and conquer and try to get me to turn against my brothers on the continent. But unfortunately for this person, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But I'm flattered by the effort, though. I'm flattered by the effort. But anyway, let's jump straight into this comment. Take a look up on the screen. This person came into my comment section and said this: with all due respect, most Africans do not see you as a brother, and these are just facts. As an FBA, allowing people to step on top of us like every other race in this country, we are not going for it anymore. Not from Africans, not from anyone. When we as FBA give people an inch, they always take a mile. As a brother with wisdom, you should know this. Even though I don't believe in politics because I know it is the system of the devil, if I were into politics, I could never be a Democrat because they allowed 19 million black abortions since the 70s. And for Isaac Hayes, the Africans loved his celebrity. That's why they loved him. Because even though they loved Isaac Hayes, which was FBA, they did not feel that way about the rest of us. You can see that in their anti-black American attitudes towards FBA, telling their children not to date black Americans, calling us the cotton pickers. I deal with reality, and I like to call it for what it is. If the Africans want things to change, then they have to show us to change. Now, I responded to him and I said this: why are you on my channel? You are anti-African, which means you are my enemy because I am a man of African heritage. Are you lost? Please unsubscribe and never return. Now, this comment was problematic for so many reasons. Number one, the video I did yesterday, Tariq Nasheed Destroyed by the Son of Legendary Isaac Hayes. The son of Isaac Hayes had launched an accusation against Tariq Nasheed, calling him a pedophile and citing his own literature that he wrote in his own books from 20 years ago, where he made some pedophile statements, some pedophile, like, we got to call it what it is. That was some pedophile literature. And instead of coming into the comment section and addressing what was the topic of the video, this guy wrote a whole paragraph. Look how long this comment was, bro. This man wrote a dissertation. This man wrote a research paper trying to convince me that Africans are my enemy. All because I did a YouTube video covering the fact that his favorite YouTuber was called a pedophile. He was so offended that his favorite YouTuber was accused of being a pedophile that he came into my comment section and wrote this fucking book in my comment section, bro. This man wrote a whole novel in the comment section trying to convince me that Africans on the continent are my enemy. Nigga, if this ain't the most government agent comment that I ever seen. This man came into the comment section of my YouTube video, and then the first thing he said was, Africans don't see you as a brother. He didn't even address the pedophile allegations that was levied against Tariq Nasheed. He went straight to try to divide me against my African brothers. Now, if I was a member of the slow class back in the day, if I was taking extra help back in the day, maybe that would have worked. But unfortunately for you, brother, you know, back in the first grade when everybody else was learning how to read and write, I was already writing paragraphs. I was way ahead of the game, man. So you're gonna have to come with some better, more clever tactics. Now, I also seen that he had mentioned the fact that he does not vote Democrat. Now, I want to ask him, let's say I took his advice, right? Let's say I took your advice, right? And let's say that I abandoned my ideology. Let's say I was a weak-minded black man like yourself. And let's say I took your advice, right? According to you, Africans are my so-called enemy and Africans don't see me as a brother. Now, what do I do next? What's the next move, right? Do I start booty clapping for Trump next? So, okay, the continental African is my enemy. What's next? I got to team up with the white man? Fuck out of here, dude. Because that's what I see a lot of y'all doing, right? Y'all talking about the African is the enemy. But Donald Trump, he's the ally. Donald Trump gonna save the day. Nigga, I ain't booty clapping for no white man, bro. Nigga, I'm not booty clapping for no white man. I'll leave that to y'all. I'll leave that to y'all boys. I ain't booty clapping for the white man, not a day in my life. Because that's why I see it happening. That's where it always goes. This comment is no different than a divester trying to recruit more women to come link up with the white man. That's all it is, right? The same way he said the Africans don't see you as a brother. The same way the divestors tell other black women, the black man don't even like you. That's why you got to come get with the white man like me, right? That's what he's basically saying in the comment section. The African's not your brother. That's why you got to come booty clap for the white man like me. Meanwhile, the whole time he's saying this, all the white folks at the State Department, all the white folks down in Washington, they're coming up with their Africa strategy for the next 100 years.
Africa is not merely important, it is essential. African partnerships are critical for the Department of Defense to maintain its technological edge, accomplish its geopolitical and strategic objectives, and power our futures.
We back. Now, can you believe it? Can you believe it? This alleged black man in my comment section trying to tell me that Africans don't see you as a brother. Meanwhile, the white woman talking about Africa is essential for my future. If this ain't, get this government agent the fuck out my comment section, bro. If I ever see you in a comment section, you're getting banned on sight. That's why I don't fuck with that movement. That's why I don't fuck with that movement. They're trying to destroy the links between the continent and the diaspora. Meanwhile, the white folks, they plotting on the continent in the background. Y'all some government agents, and I don't fuck with y'all. Don't come into my comment section with that shit. I promise you to God, you're gonna get banned on sight. Anyways, let me address his comment, right? He said Africans don't see you as a brother. Number one, listen, man, you don't know my lived experience. You don't know what my friend group consists of. Do you know that it was one of my Nigerian homies, damn near 10 years ago, that told me, listen, bro, you got to start an online platform, man. Man, you a very sharp brother. You a brilliant-minded black man, bro. You a brilliant-minded brother. The people need to hear what you got to say. It was my Nigerian brother. That was the first one to tell me that. Over 10 years ago. It was also that same Nigerian brother that actually paid for me to get into the studio for the first time at 15 years old. The first person to truly recognize my talent and actually invest in my talent low-key and put me into certain rooms at a very young age was my Nigerian friend Jeff, my Nigerian homie Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. I remember back in grade school, like 3rd, 4th grade, my first little crush back in grade school was this girl from Togo. Well, she was American. She was born in the United States, but her parents came from Togo. That was my first little crush, you know, a little West African chick. And growing up in New York City, I came up with the Nigerian Americans, the Senegalese Americans, the Ghanaian Americans, the Guyanese Americans, the Grenadian Americans, you know, the Bahamians, etc., etc. It's a melting pot over here. We all ride together. We all rock together. We all come up together, bro. And even in my family business, a lot of my clientele consists of black folks from all over the world, bro. All type of different backgrounds and walks of life, nationalities. We got relationships with doctors from all type of different backgrounds. Nigerian doctors, Haitian doctors, Jamaican doctors. You know what I mean? Bro, it's a melting pot over here. We all come up together. This nonsense about, oh, the African don't see you as a brother. You don't know my lived experience to even be making that judgment on my life through a YouTube screen, bro. I don't fucking know you, dude. Then later in the comment, right, he tried to minimize what I said in the video because I had said that Isaac Hayes back in the early 90s, Isaac Hayes was crowned as an honorary king in Ghana, in a certain region in Ghana. And he tried to come into the comment section and say, Isaac Hayes, the Africans loved him for his celebrity and things like that. He tried to downplay that. I'm like, bro, why are you so invested in making sure that no unity exists between the continent and the diaspora? Even just the thought of unity just bothers you so much. You had to come into the comment section and immediately minimize that, right? Because the Africans crowned him as a king, an honorary king. So you tried to throw dirt on that. You tried to shit on that. A lot of y'all are just some unpaid government agents, bro. Just the thought of black unity bothers you guys. I don't understand why. Meanwhile, like I said, the white folks at the State Department, they crafting up their strategy to lock into Africa for the next century. Now, later on in the video, he tried to say the Africans don't let us date their daughters. Now, like I said, keep in mind, the topic of the video was Tariq Nasheed being called a pedophile by the son of the legendary Isaac Hayes. And he came into the video, he came into the comment section talking about Africans are the enemy. They don't let you date their daughters. They don't see you as a brother. He's not even on topic. He's simply pushing his agenda. He basically said, forget the topic of the video. I'm here to push the agenda. Now, first things first, there are certain African families where they don't even want their daughter dating outside the tribe, and that's their business, right? This man was so butthurt because he probably tried to get us some, you know, he tried to get us some Igbo chick back in the day. The Igbo chick was like, listen, I'm sorry, partner. I'm sorry, partner. My father, Ogochukwu, he wouldn't really like that. He wanted me to date an Igbo man. He wanted me to marry an Igbo man. And then he still ain't got over that, right? Igbo chick rejected him back in 1997. He's still angry about that shit. Goofy ass nigga. You should have got one of Tariq Nasheed's Automatic books, goofy ass dude. Then at the end of the comment, he closed out the comment by saying, if Africans want things to change, then they have to show us to change. Listen, Africans don't have to do shit, bro. Africans don't have to do shit, nigga. Who the fuck are you, bro? Africans are the ones that got the diamonds and the gold and the uranium and the cobalt and the coltan and the bauxite and everything in between. Nigga, who the fuck are you to be making any demands? You don't have no leverage in negotiation. You don't have no leverage in this negotiation, bro. You don't have no leverage in this negotiation. When the African talk, nigga, you listen. Because that's what it is. When the African talk, the world listen. Because the African control the fucking economy, the global economy. Like I said before, I just dropped a video about a CEO of a $1 billion gold mining company that is still in custody right now. He was arrested and he's still in custody right now. Within the past 6 months, the Africans have destroyed 2 multinational corporations, billion-dollar multinational corporations, the French nuclear giant Orano and Resolute Mining, the gold miner. The French government had to provide a $300 million bailout to the company. And the CEO of Resolute Mining, he's still in custody, and the company lost damn near 40% value in a single day. So listen, bro, with all due respect, the Africans don't got to do nothing. And also, I want to address his statement that when he said the Africans don't see you as a brother. Now, I know that's a lie due to my lived experience, but let's say that was true. Let me tell you this, bro. The blood that is coursing through my veins, it doesn't change depending on how the next black man feels about it, depending on how the so-called continental African feels about it, right? Because a lot of y'all are so weak-minded, right? You have one negative interaction with a single African, and all of a sudden you renounce your African ancestry. I'm not weak-minded like yourself, and I would be doing a disservice. I would be disrespecting my forefathers if I was ever as weak-minded as some of y'all black men, or some of y'all so-called government agents, I should say. The continental African doesn't determine if I'm accepted or not. He doesn't determine my ancestry. He doesn't determine who I am as an African man, as an African descended man. That's not his decision to make. Do you think Celeste Wallander, that white woman that I played earlier in the video, do you think she cares if she's accepted or not? Or is she simply intelligent enough to know that it doesn't matter if I'm accepted or not? Because my economic prosperity is tethered to the fact that I need to have good relations with a black man on the continent, right? Because like she said, her African partnerships, the American African partnerships are essential for the United States to maintain their economic, technological, and geopolitical edge and power their futures. Those were her words, not mine. You talking about being accepted. In fact, in the past year, both the United States and France were kicked out of the Sahel region, and guess what? They still haven't given up. They still figuring out a way to get back in. They don't care if they're accepted or not, because they are more strong-minded than yourself. You are a sorry, weak excuse of a black man, right? You got heartbroken by some Igbo chick 20 years ago, and you decided to renounce your entire African ancestry because you are a bitch-made black man. If you are a black man, you really could be a white man working for the FBI. I don't even know. But anyways, like I said, man, it would be against my ancestors, my forefathers, for me to ever turn my back on Africa, right? If I turn my back on Africa, I'd be spitting in the face of Dessalines. I'd be spitting in the face of Christophe. I'd be spitting in the face of all the illustrious black men who made it possible for me to be here today, enjoying life, eating good food, driving nice cars, wearing nice clothes, you know, enjoying my time with beautiful women. It's because of the sacrifices made by the black men that came before me. Black men that came from Africa. So listen, bro, don't ever come into my comment section trying to divide me or try to put division between myself and my continental African brothers. We are one. And if you stand against them, you stand against me, nigga. And you don't know what I do to defend my brothers, nigga. You don't even want to know what I do to defend the continent. You don't want to know what I do. Just know you'd never say that to my face. Now, before I get out of here, man, I want to read some letters. I want to read some letters that were written by, you know, one of my favorite ancestors, you know, King Henry Christophe, the King of Haiti. You know, back in the day, right? Now, this letter was written from King Henry Christophe, the King of Haiti, to Emperor Alexander of Russia back on March 20th, 1819. I'm going to read a passage from that letter, a small passage. He said this: agriculture has received all possible encouragement by the multiplicity of farms. Commerce and industry prosper. Labor is honored as the source of all blessings. I trust that the motives which inspire me will influence your imperial and royal majesty to excuse this apology for my labors. Too long has the African race been unjustly calumniated. Too long has it been represented as deprived of intellectual faculties, as scarcely susceptible of civilization or government by regular and established laws. These false assertions spring from the avarice and injustice of men who have had the impiety to degrade the finest work of the Creator. Now, that came from one of my favorite forefathers, you know, my second favorite forefather of all time after Dessalines, right? Christophe said, too long has the African race been unjustly calumniated. He wasn't talking about just his ethnic group. He wasn't talking about just, you know, his country. He referred to the African race, the global black family back in 1819. So listen, I have an ancestral mandate. To maintain the same line, to hold the same line. Don't come into my comment section with your government agent Tariq Nasheed sponsored bullshit, your concocted bullshit. Don't come into my comment section, bro. Because if you said that to me in front of I'll spit in your face if you said that to me, bro. If you were in front of me, nigga, I'd spit in your face. Nigga, I promise you. Now, let's continue. This is a letter written by a gentleman by the name of the Count of Limonade. That was one of Christophe's advisors, one of his close comrades, one of his right-hand men, one of his government officials. right? And this letter was written to Thomas Clarkson, the British abolitionist. And this letter was written on September 3rd, 1819. And he said this: to Mr. Thomas Clarkson, the King, my august and beloved sovereign, had the pleasure of writing to you on the 29th of last July. I also had the honor of writing you on that same date. Today, I am taking this occasion to send you a work just published by Bound and Vasti. In it, you will find authentic details concerning the history of our country and a study of the character of the king. You will find successfully refuted, I believe, the calumnies referring to his person, which the enemies of the African race, I repeat, which the enemies of the African race, I repeat, which the enemies of the African race have delighted in spreading. In short, I believe that you will discover new reasons for esteeming him ever more highly. You will see in his majesty a man frank, upright, patriotic, and loving his fellow men and his country, incapable of ever betraying his people. I have the honor of signing myself with all possible consideration. Now, like I said, this is how my forefathers addressed themselves and the fellow members of their race, right? They didn't do that delineation bullshit, y'all nigga. Nigga, fuck that. Nigga, fuck out of it. That shit ain't welcome over here, nigga. Don't come into my comment section with your delineation bullshit. It's not welcome over here, nigga. Christoph told me to tell you, nigga, y'all some bitches, nigga, and that's what it is. Christoph told me to tell you, fuck you, nigga. Dessalines told me to tell you, fuck you, nigga. Antonov Furman told me to tell you, fuck you. Yeah, and I'm standing on that. Yeah, the ancestors told me to tell you. The ancestors used me as the vessel to tell you, fuck you. How dare you come into my comment section trying to divide me against my brothers on the continent? Meanwhile, the white folks down in Washington, they having secret meetings on how they're going to secure their future based on the continent. Listen, don't come into my comment section with your government agent bullshit, nigga. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it. I'm not going to turn my back on Africa for the white woman to come back and try to go into Africa. I'm not doing it. That don't make no sense. Me as a black man, an African descended man, turn my back on the continent for the white woman and the white man to go into Africa and secure their future? Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here, man. That gold on the continent, that belongs to me and my brothers. The diamonds, it belongs to me and my brothers. The uranium, it belongs to me and my brothers. The bauxite, it belongs to me and my brothers. The coltan, it belongs to me and my brothers. The cobalt, it belongs to me and my brothers. All that shit, it belongs to me and my brothers, nigga. And in fact, I'm actually offended that you believe that I was so weak-minded that you could simply radicalize me against my brothers based on a fucking comment in the comment section. You must think I'm as weak-minded as yourself. You think, man, listen, man, this shit is set in stone, man. I got an ancestral mandate to uphold. You cannot radicalize me against my brothers. I really stand on this shit for real. Because when I get on the microphone, I don't speak just for me. I speak on behalf of my forefathers as well. My predecessors used my body, my voice as a vessel to get these messages out. And like I said before, they told me to tell you, fuck you. Anyways, man, it's your boy Neferkari Dessalines back in the building. Yes, indeed. Cash app in the description. Support the channel, man. Support the album. Peace. They gon' be talking and tweeting about us. Stay to myself, I don't be around them. So introverted, I'm in the mountains. Making these hits and I'm money count. Wake up each morning, I'm feeling power. I'ma get money and make a shower. Shorty a diamond, she went to Howard. When I'm up in the booth, I got superpowers. Do it myself and I'm feeling major. Don't hit me back when you need a favor. Back on my business like fuck a hater. Started my business like fuck a label. Work for myself and I'm never changing. Step in the game and I rearrange it. Chosen a call, I gotta take it. Put that shit on my life, we gotta make it. I done been before, I've been at the top. Been at the bottom, I've been having knots. Heart of a king, like I'm up in Kemet. You talking about queens, I got me a lot. Energy ancient, came out of Nubia. Tell the invaders, they better get props. Hop on the track, and nigga be schooling them. Now they be watching to see what I got. I'ma go call me a mansion. Apology given, cause I'm breaking hearts. I know I'm too different to manage. She want my commitment, she want me involved, but I ain't conforming to standards. I'm trying to get rich, my vision imperial with a polygamous fashion. I'm trying to be living so lavish. Original man, they call it primordial. Play with the team, they planning memorials. Blessed with the game, I'm giving tutorials. Pain in my heart, it's feeling precordial. Bet they gon' fuck with the vision. I might go start a religion, I might go start a division. Call it the sovereign imperial secretive order. Taking it over the water, hopping on planes. I don't be up on the corner. I'ma be linking with bosses up in the office, in the executive quarters. I might go hop in the belly, hop in the rolls, chilling with somebody's daughter. I be avoiding the fame, diving in shorty, that pussy be feeling like water. Yeah.